Ellie and welcome to Kapowski Reads and welcome to Bookmas. It is December and I should be filming this next to my Christmas tree. I should have done that for ambience, but I didn't. So just know that I am next to a very festive bedspread. That counts. We have had a very festive last couple of days where we went to the Christmas market yet again. We are never away from there at the weekends. One of my stepkids wanted to do some Christmas shopping, so off we toddled, and there was some really cool art in town which I have taken some pictures of, and I will add that on after this video. I point down here because that's where I edit, and in my mind that's where I'll put it. There's really cool like snow art on the windows. Fake snow, but it was so cool. It was so pretty, and just like in the center of town. Magical little winter wonderland. That was gorgeous. I am wearing my festive earrings, although my ears are angry. So angry. I love a festive earring, but I also love costume jewelry, and my ears do not react well to any jewelry unless it's like the most precious of the metals. So my ears are so sore. I haven't even had these in long. Just any time I have any earrings that aren't gold or silver, then my ears just go, nope, we're not happy. But they're so, look at them. Tiny little gingerbread boys. I love them. I have cracked into my advent calendars. I am an adult woman who has 3 advent calendars because nobody can stop you. If you want to buy yourself an advent calendar, if it's in your budget, you can do it. Nobody stops you. There's no checks. I have finished my first book of December. I finished a non-fiction about Christmas. The Secret History of Christmas by Bill Bryson. I've read a couple of books by Bill Bryson before. They were quite fun, informative. He's really good at audio presentation. This was an audiobook and it wasn't too long, but it was very, very enjoyable. I sort of dive into Christmas as we know it and where our modern day traditions came from, and I thought that was really interesting. I really liked learning a little bit more about some of our classic traditions and why. I thought it was really informative. It was fun. It was very, very light, which is what I wanted. I like Bill Bryson's delivery, and it was a really fast-paced book, and it didn't feel dry. It felt very straight to the point, but done in a way that was very entertaining. I thought this was just the perfect little accompaniment to some maybe less than exciting household chores like changing the bed and washing dishes. I hate washing dishes. So anything that keeps me distracted while I'm doing that is a plus. I would have loved a little bit more of an in-depth discussion in this book, but it was only like 3 and a bit hours. And I think for me to have gotten like the truly satisfying deep dive into traditions, the book would have had to have been way longer, and it kind of would have maybe lost a bit of the magic. But touching upon these various traditions was still exciting, it was still interesting. I have also made some progress in my physical read, which is A Christmas Escape to Arran by Ellie Henderson. I'm maybe 2/3 through it? Almost. I am hoping to finish this up pretty soon, and then I will tell you all about it. So far, I'm having a good time. I really like my Christmas romances to feel like a Christmas film. It's what I like. I'll be back in a wee bit with an update. I have the tiny microphone because I'm filming downstairs, because we have no door, the sounding is not ideal, but the tree's here, and I love my Christmas tree. It's utterly ridiculous. If you are an eagle-eyed viewer, you may see that is a decoration of Isa from Still Game. I love her. I probably will be her when I'm an old lady. And here's a little, it's a Die Hard decoration, John McClane in the air shaft. That's me. That's my award-winning roller derby face. I won many years of awards based on my ridiculous facial expressions when I skated. So the tree is a bit of a mismatch, but I love it. And I thought it would make a nice little background. I have many updates for you. It's been, oh, first of all, I did mention the microphone. It's ridiculous. It's on a tiny little crochet hook, but I don't know. I just feel the sound is maybe a little bit better when I have this, or it's at least not worse. I have many updates for you. Since my last update, I had a lovely headache, not quite full migraine, but my vision was very blurry, so it's kind of hard to focus for reading. So thank you, audiobooks. I picked up an audiobook. And then I did manage to finish my physical book. I had much stress because of a gorgeous little cat who I can see sleeping very peacefully on the sofa. He got in a fight. Little Merryweather Pippensworth, which is not his real name, but it is the name that I gave him before I knew his name. He got in a fight because he likes to start fights with other boys. He is an old man hooligan. He's 14 and he's not good at fighting. So he had lost a little bit of chunk of his hair, little cut on his snout. I'm fairly certain he started the fight, but he was kept in for a few days just to sort of heal up, which meant I didn't get to see him because he's not my cat. But he seems to be fine now. Very cute and hooligan-ish, but he's fine. But I was very stressed. I made a salad, and I need to talk about this salad. And I know The Simpsons told us that you don't win friends with salad, but they were wrong because I think they were thinking of like the 90s version of salad, just, some sad lettuce. But no, the salad was fantastic. If you don't like Brussels sprouts, you might not like this, but it had very thinly sliced Brussels sprouts, roasted with olive oil, and served with some goat's cheese, dried cranberries. There were meant to be butternut squash chunks, but I could not get my hands on a butternut squash. And it had the most amazing salad dressing that was maple syrup, mustard, a lot of mustard, because I had a jar of mustard that had like 2 tablespoons left in it, and it went out of date the next day. So I was like, I'm finishing that. And it was the best salad ever. It was delicious. I got the recipe from a very lovely lady on Instagram. She makes the cutest, just coziest cooking content. Her videos are just like, they're just so soothing to watch. Book updates though. So I did finish A Christmas Escape to Arran, this one, by Henderson. And I was having a good time when I last gave my update. And I did not tell you what the book was about. No, I did not. I will remedy that now. This book is mainly focused on Amelia, who is a marketing executive in that big city of London. And she has arguably the worst day ever. She loses her job and her husband leaves her. And she's just feeling utterly rudderless and lost, so she takes a job in Arran. And there she meets a really lovely lady called Edie, who is kind of her landlady slash boss. And there's a handsome man called Fergus. And oh, what could happen? Fergus, he's handsome. He's outdoorsy. He takes his shirt off and he goes in the sea, but also likes outdoor swimming. People like that. I'm not those people. I don't want to be cold. I'm always cold. But Fergus, goes in that sea, gets all handsome, shows his chest, and Amelia is smitten. This is a kind of like one of those books where it kind of gave me like Scottish Gilmore Girls vibes, kind of like Stars Hollow, but on a wee Scottish island. It was a very adorable community, very like community spirit, Christmas spirit. Everybody just seemed so nice, so just willing to help each other and so friendly, and it was just charming. I really liked the setting. I thought Amelia was pretty boring as a character. Not boring, I suppose, but very passive. She just kind of let things happen. And when there was the third act, because there's always a third act drama crisis, her reaction was just I found her infuriating by that point, because the way that she reacted to something was, first of all, she had almost no information and then just made a wild leap in judgment rather than wait till you've got a bit more information, use your rational thinking brain, go from there. So I kind of thought that that felt a bit at odds with the character she was supposed to be. I loved Edie, the older lady. She was kind of dealing with a lot of stuff going on, a lot of family drama. She was able to bring a sort of like, almost like grandmotherly wisdom, like, learn from my mistakes, let me give you the benefit of my lived experiences. I really liked that, and I really liked that she had somebody she could rely on, like both of them. Both of them kind of found more than a sort of boss employee relationship. They found like family almost. It was really cute. I wasn't the biggest fan of the writing style in this book, mainly when it came to the dialogue. I always notice when I'm reading dialogue and it just feels like nobody speaks like that. Or at least it didn't feel like the words had been spoken out loud before they were committed to print. So that wasn't quite for me, but I liked the cozy town, and I feel I wanted a cozy town. I wanted like a cute little Christmas will they won't they. I got a lot of like infuriating bits brought in and was like, I don't need that. I don't need those people. Go away. But ultimately this was sweet. It was I mean, apart from having the headache where I couldn't really see to read it properly, it was a quick enough read, and I had a good time, and my heart felt warm. That's what I want. Heartwarming tales. I'm a little nervous though because I have another book by this author, and I don't know, I'm like kind of less excited about it now just because I didn't love the dialogue, and I love when there's really like when you can see them falling in love through their conversations, and I didn't see them falling in love through their conversations. I saw them falling in love through their actions, but I want both. But we shall see. And I read an audiobook because I couldn't read with my eyes, so I was reading with my ears. And I read Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. I love Caraval. I love Once Upon a Broken Heart. I read Once Upon a Broken Heart first, loved it. Obviously, I love Jax. And I went back and read Caraval. Had a great time with it. I prefer Once Upon a Broken Heart though. This book is a novella and it takes place after Caraval, so it's book 3.5 technically, and this is a Christmas tale. Oh, my delight at there being a little bit more of the world of Caraval, and it's festive. Sign me up. This entire book takes place around the Great Holiday, Caraval Christmas. And we have Donatella, who is just desperate to find the perfect gift for Legend. And that's basically what this book is about. Tella really wants to get Legend the perfect Christmas gift. I was surprised by this book. The first maybe half of it, gorgeous. It is everything I expected. The world of Caraval in Christmas, in winter. We've got little toy soldiers just clockworking around. Snow. Things taste nice. Things smell nice. It's gorgeous. And Scarlett is, of course, just the most Christmassy of the Christmas people, and loving her life and making the palace just unbelievably festive, and it's adorable. And I really liked that this kind of oozed that over the top atmosphere, but it felt right because Caraval is over the top. And the first half was just whimsical, joyous. It just made my heart happy to be back in the world of Caraval and to be in the palace and to be just enjoying the festivities. And it was so lovely. And then, if you've read this book, that part happened. And the book took a turn. Then the book became a dark romance. And that was unexpected because the rest of Caraval is a young adult series. It's cute. There's smooching. And they didn't go further than smooching in the dark romance sections. But it got dark and I would say, crossed the line out of young adult. This book is meant to be for like age 13 and up. My stepkids are almost 14. I would feel incredibly uncomfortable with them reading this book. It went too far for a young adult book. For an adult book, fine. That's fine. There are dark romances. People enjoy dark romances. I did a tag about dark book recommendations. There were a lot of dark romances in those recommendations. There is nothing wrong with reading dark romances. Absolutely nothing. If you enjoy reading that, then that's fantastic. I just mean that it didn't feel right to have those dark romance elements in a young adult book that previously had no hints of that. And I feel that kind of, I don't know. I was sort of reading the book being like, wait, what? What? I had to go and double check that I hadn't, I don't know, touched something on my phone to make it skip to a different book. It was just very unexpected and I didn't like it. And then we get to enjoy a nice sort of celebration back, and the book is adorable and whimsical and fantastical and exactly what I wanted. But there was a good, I would say, solid third of this book where I felt uncomfortable with the actions that were happening in the book. It was very much a much more mature read than the rest of the Caraval series. So I think that's something that probably should have been made aware, but I am not the target audience for this. 13-year-olds and up are the target audience for this. And I feel like I don't think it's fair to throw such an adult bunch of scenes on a child who isn't expecting that, because why would they be expecting that? They would be expecting the cute romances that have happened in the other 6 books that this author has written in this world. So I kind of have to say that. I liked the 2/3 of this book, but I was left feeling a bit, oh, well, why didn't you just write a dark romance? It almost felt like somebody had sort of written like an homage kind of fan fiction of Caraval. But I was just left feeling a bit like, oh, no, not for me. I wasn't expecting it, and it didn't feel in keeping with the rest of the books. Like, there are 6 more books in this sort of world. None of them are as dark romantically as this book got, and it just felt like quite a jump in, I don't know, maturity, or it just felt very out of place with the rest of the collection. And it was a cute story other than that part, and it was a gorgeous world. I love the world of Caraval, but I feel that when I do my next reread of Caraval and Once Upon a Broken Heart, both of which I love, I will maybe skip this book in the middle. I'll forget that it existed. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just bloop, take it out of my memory and be like, no, I never read that. What is spectacular? That's what I will do. It is now Friday. I'm filming a little later than I had wanted to do, but I'm going to have a nice lazy night I'm so tired. I'm going to have a very lazy night and I will come back in my next vlog. I'm actually going out and doing something this weekend. So there's something actually maybe exciting for me to share with you in my next one. Let me know if you've read Spectacular and if you felt the same way, because I was shooketh. I was unexpected. It was unexpected. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.